Hi everyone, welcome to my video series, Genealogy Source Citation Basics. In this video, we are going to talk about the three main citation types. I'm Lisa Stokes, the creator of Genealogy Source Citation Simplified, and I'm glad that you're here to learn about citations. The first main citation type is a full reference note. The second type is a subsequent reference note. And the third type is a source list entry. So a full reference note is commonly called a source citation or a footnote citation. This format is used to cite each information item or statement of fact in a genealogy project. A reference note is a sentence. It starts with a capital, it ends with a period, semicolons separate sections and layers, and commas separate the elements within each section. So here's an example of a full reference note. It starts with a capital and it ends with a period. There are semicolons in between to separate each layer, and there are commas that separate the elements within each section. The second main citation type is a subsequent reference note. It is also called a shortened footnote citation, or a shortened footnote, or a shortened citation. Only use a subsequent reference note or a shortened citation after you've used the full reference note for that exact source previously in the project. So in a single project, such as a report, a family group sheet, a family narrative, and so forth. And again, a shortened reference note is a sentence. I like to use a two-part system for my citations. It's very similar to Paul Graham's system. If you're interested in learning more about his system, you could read this article. I put all of my source information into the first part, so everything about that specific source. And then I have a semicolon, and then I add the second part, which is all the access information. If I have a citing layer, it is included in the second part of the citation. The reason I like to use a two-part system is that I want a simple way to shorten my citations. I don't want to spend a lot of time shortening citations for my projects. So after the first part, I just drop the second part of my citation and I put a period after the first part. So here's an example. This is that same citation. It's capitalized at the beginning, and at the end of all the source information, I put a period. If you wanted to, there are ways to shorten your citations and make it more concise, but this is what I do to keep things simple. The third main citation type is called a source list entry, and this is used for a bibliography or a resource list at the end of a work. This lists the resources that were used to create the book, or create a specific chapter in a book, or to create a syllabus, a published article, or a presentation. Source list entry citations are not used to cite specific facts or data in a project. And the source list entry is a paragraph. So if you can view it as a paragraph, it will help you remember. So it's a paragraph built with sentences. Each element starts with a capital, and each element ends with a period. So here's an example. We have our capitalization at the beginning. This is the entity that created this source. After we are finished stating that, we use a period. Then the next element is the title of the book, and it starts with a capital and it ends with a period. Then we have the publisher information. Again, starts with a capital, ends with a period. We do have a colon and a comma in there to separate some of that publication information, but that is what is included in this element of a source list entry. Here is the resource list that I used for this video. Just a little note here. There are a few more citation types and ideas about citation types that I will cover in another video. If you'd like to learn more about genealogy source citations, you could visit my blog and my website. The links are below in the notes. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more citation videos. Thank you for joining me.